Thank you so much for being back with us. We are now going to begin copying from the old folders to the new template within Photoshop. So you are now watching the video, and I'm going to begin with a little bit of an overview. So what we're going to do is a little tedious, and it requires concentration. It is not necessarily easy to follow at first, but as I will go along, and this is going to be a long video, you will understand more and more. In the beginning, it's all going to be like gibberish. So you need to be ready for a steep learning curve, all right? It's important. If you never designed book covers before, and even if you did, these are very specific lingo, specific terms, and it's important that you be patient with yourself. Sometimes you will need to stop the video and rewind. Sometimes you will not exactly understand something specific and you need to try and do, skip over it and do something else. Be really patient with yourself because it's definitely a process. I had to sit on one-on-one with Skype with one of our designers who explained to me exactly what we needed, what I need to explain to you and how we need to have it updated. And it took me some time to understand, but you can be faster than me. So I'm basically the front guy explaining and trying to clarify processes. But this is one of the processes that was a little difficult for me to clarify and to explain easily. So I'm going to do my best, all right? So basically, this is the folder that I dragged to the very bottom. And when I work with Photoshop, one of the advice that I received was to always keep things closed. Keep things closed. So I can open something and it will have tons of things underneath it. Tons of things. And once everything is open, I can be overwhelmed and not find who I am, what my name is, when I was born. I will forget everything, all right? So make sure to work with things kind of closed, kind of tidy. That will help you because if you have everything open, and soon you'll see that I need to drag things from their old location to the top, near the new location, from the old location to the new location. If you have things open, too many things open, it won't be really good for you, all right? So really follow that advice, and whenever you can, close and kind of tidy the folder. This is open. This from the start, you can see that this sign and this sign are pretty similar. This sign indicates that there is a mask on this folder. This is a folder that is tied. This icon here is like a chain. It is tied to a mask. And this mask basically hides a part of the folder and shows another part of the folder. And this and this were essentially the same folder originally. Originally, it was called All Layers, and now it is called Full Cover with Mask. And one of the things that I'll need to do is I'll need to drag things from the All Layers, specifically one by one, to this new template where it's a little bit more organized inside the Full Cover with Mask. You will see in a moment, everything will be clear to you as we begin dragging. So let me just, for a brief moment, show you what I'm talking about by showing you layer 11. So this is a book cover. Over here, the area that is dotted is transparent. So sometimes you will see a white background, sometimes you'll see a transparent background at the back. This is a book cover. This is the front. Over here is the spine, and over here is the back. This is called the front cover, spine, and the back cover. All right? Good. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open the All Layers folder. Whoa, it opened a lot, many things. I'm going to close a little bit just so we can be a little bit more organized. Good. So I'm going to open the All Layers folder. And I'm also going to open the full cover with mask folder. Good. And again, if it opens with many, many things, close them just so we can know what we're talking about. So in the current kind of new template under the full cover with mask, we have a pretty organized system of front cover, the spine, back cover, and full cover background images. So we have these 4 things. What we're going to do right now is we're going to open the same in the older version, and we're going to minimize everything. And we're going to see you may have some things that are different again, because these were not standardized. And now we are standardizing. Now we are making things a little clearer. So there's a back, spine, front, background, and template. And you'll see that some is with capital letters, some is without. Everything you'll see in the new kind of template is with capital letters and very specific names, just so that automation can happen along with Excel, and if you're familiar with FTP and stuff like that. So, but that's not important for you to know right now. Basically, this is a little bit of a mess, and we are now going to organize it. This is our overall task. I'm opening inside all layers, I'm opening back. And in the back, I can see that there is book info and author info. All right? You may see different things, and you may need to do a little bit more research opening and understanding what is what. All right? So book info. Let's see what's book info. Book info, if I hide it and unhide it, hide it and unhide it, I can see that some things at the back of the cover appear and disappear. So this area is the book info according to this old style of template. So it's in the back of the cover. All right, and I need to do something with this book info, which is to drag it to the top template. Again, what I need to do is I need to drag from the old template, from what I have 11, you may have 12, 13, 14, whatever you may have. I'm going to drag it up, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it, but I need to know where to. And notice that I'm going to drag only the T. So only whether it's a picture or whether it's a text, I'm only going to drag the thing itself. I'm never going to drag a folder. Again, if you don't understand, I will explain to you over time. Don't worry, don't try and understand everything. By the second time you'll be watching it, you'll understand way more. So be patient with yourself. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in the relevant area. Is it going to be in the front cover? No. Spine, no. Back cover, yeah. So here it says back and here it says back cover. So it's probably going to go to the back cover. I'm going to open a back cover. Now back cover here is a little bit more organized. There is back cover icons and top effects. There's back cover title info section. There is back cover author info section, and there is back cover bottom effects. So what I need to do is to take something that talks about the book information. This is something like information about the book. And I'm going to copy it probably to title info section because it's about the title. And if I open that, I see that there is back cover, title info section, text. And if I open that folder further, I see that it is empty. So to this folder that is called back cover, title info section, text, I'm going to drag that information. Very good. And I dragged it and now it's not showing because this thing is hidden. All right, it's a little difficult to see, but if I'm showing the new template, I can actually see the text showing up. And if you cannot see the text, don't worry about it. Again, this task that you are doing with me isn't really a design. If things look out of shape and out of place, don't worry about it because it has nothing to do with you. You and I basically organize stuff. We are basically moving stuff from place to place. All right, that's all we do. So what did we do right now? We went to this all layers back book info, and from book info we drag the text into this area here. If we're wrong, don't worry, someone is going to review the file and will tell you you did this wrong or you did that wrong. Please move it from this place to that place. So don't try and be perfect. Try and do whatever you can understand. So right now, under this folder of book info, there is nothing. I try and open it, and it's opened and it's closed. There is nothing in it. And one of the instructions that I have is to delete folders as I go along. Let's see. Delete emptied folders as you go. So it's really important for me to delete folders. This is going to appear in your manual. Delete folders. All right. And also something else that's written here, all layers is now called full cover with mask. We went over that a second ago. That basically this is the all layers, that was the name in the past, and now it's called full cover with mask. So I'm really happy to tell you that I think I'm going to delete this. Book info has nothing in it. And eventually what I need to do is to delete, after I emptied the whole section here, this whole old template, once I emptied it all, I can delete it. So this deleting it will actually help me with kind of cleaning it a little bit. Good. So now I'm left with back. So something information that has to do with the back. I'm actually going to hide the top new template. And now in the back, there is author info. And let's just kind of see what author info is. Author info is, if I turn it up and down, on and off, author info has these three sections, this one big chunk. Now it has a picture, it has text, and it has a logo. Over here in the past, everything was put under author info, but currently everything is organized under specific folders in order for it to be really easy for future designers to find and to edit. So I'm going to look into back cover, and I'm actually going to close this because I used it, and the back cover title and section, title info section. I'm actually going to close that as well. And I'm going to open the back cover author info section because this has to do with the author. So author, and what I can see here in these something called text and something called photo. All right, so let's begin with the text. I'm going to open the text and see there is nothing here because it's the empty template. And I'm going to copy the text here. Let me just see that it's indeed the text. I'm going to show it and unshow it, show it and unshow it. So it's the text, very good. So I'm going to drag it to back cover author info section text. Very good. The fact that it disappears isn't bad because it's just at the top hidden layer. We don't see it, but it's here. Now there's a picture, and the picture is here. It was under author info, but it needs to go under back cover author info section photo. So I'm going to drag it over here. Very good. And there is one last thing, Goldsmith logo large copy. So this, it shows up here. The logo goes up and down, up and down. It shows up and disappears. This logo needs to go to where the logo is. Now I'm not sure where the logo is. Let's look together. In back cover, these back cover icons and top effects. If I'm opening that, back cover icons, publisher icon, and it's empty. So this is waiting for the icon at the back cover of the publisher. I'm going to drag that. Very good. And it disappears, which is good because it's now here. Good. And the cool thing is that now I can also delete that folder. The author info folder at the back, inside the back of the old template, is now empty. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete it. So fun. And you know what? The cool thing also is that I can delete the whole back because I basically copied everything that was in the back according to this specific old template. So I'm going to delete it. Good. Now let's look at the spine. I'm going to open the spine. I'm going to minimize everything just so I can see what's going on. So the spine has, at least it's said in the past, text. And you know what? I think it's going to be a little wiser if we're going to go up to the spine for a moment. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to close these little things that we opened and pasted. We're going to close the back cover. Now here we see spine at the new template at the top. I'm going to open spine and let's have a look what we have here. Spine icons and top effects, spine author name, spine title name, spine bottom effects. So the spine, remember, is this area over here, and there is the author name, the title, and the logo. And I'm going to open here, and I'm going to drag it to the relevant place. So there is text, and you see the logo is under text. This is why we are going to improve by moving it to exactly where it needs to belong. This is part of the mess that we have in old templates. So Goldsmith logo large, let me just show it and unshow it, and hopefully it will move here. Yeah, this is in the spine, the logo. And I'm going to go and copy it or drag it to spine icons and top effects. And underneath, I can see spine publisher logo. And it's empty, and I'm going to drag it over there. Spine publisher logo. Very good. Now I'm going to open the book name. And let me going to show it to you and hide it from you. Show it, hide it, show it, hide it. So we are in the spine, and this is the book name. And the book name will need to be going to, I'm going to minimize this and close this. So spine, author name. Should I take the book name and should I drag it to the author name? Probably not. It's the book name. When Gandhi cried, it says here. So the book name needs to go to the title name. Now it's called spine title name. And I'm going to open it, and I see that there is nothing inside. So over here, I'm going to take it now. Again, I'm not going to copy the whole folder. I never copy folders. All right. Whenever you see me dragging something, it's always in either text or an image. All right. It's super, super critical, because if one of my designers find an old, mess inside the new template, which took them a while to, come up with and develop, they're not going to be pleased with me. They will tell me that I didn't explain it well for you. So make sure to drag not the folder, but the actual text or image. So I'm going to drag it to spine title name because it's the title. One last thing before we'll finish this specific video. I want to try and finish this spine with you and be able to delete it from here once we emptied it. So the book name we emptied. I tried to open it, close it. There's nothing in here. I'm going to delete it. I like deleting it because it shows me that I'm progressing. And then now we are on to author name. See, it's a little bit of a mess. It says here Christian Clark, but the author name is Marianne Dashwood. But nevertheless, what's important is what appears here, and that's the author name. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it to author name. I'm going to try and open author name. See that there are subfolders that aren't. So I'm going to take this author and I'm going to drag it onto author name. Very good. Currently, I'm not being asked to change everything or to change the text here or anything. I'm just instructed to drag. So dragging, I do. So author name is now emptied. Oop. Author name is now emptied. I'm going to right click and delete. And the text here is now emptied. I'm going to right click and delete. And lo and behold, the whole spine was copied. I'm going to right click and delete. And I'm not worried about the fact that nothing is showing here. Again, it's not important. If I really, really want to make sure that some things are copied, I can right click here and right click, but the left click, and the eye is showing, and I can see that there is text here and that there is text here and a logo. So it basically copied, but I'm going to hide it right now. And now I'm going to continue in the next video to whatever we have in the front of the book. All right, this is the front of the book. I'm going to begin copying the front of the book in the next video. You guys, thank you for watching.